everybody, this is Zoe from No Safer Place, and today I'm going to be doing one of my most requested videos that I get asked to do all the time but have never done. Today I'm going to be answering all of your questions. It's a Q&A video. Now, I expected to get 1 or 2 questions at most when I put a tweet out on Twitter. But no, I got over 50 questions, so I'm going to try and fit in as many as I can in 10 minutes. So let's get on with the video. The first question is from Rebecca at Rebecca_Stovart, and she asks, who would you cast in the movie adaptation of your favourite book? Now, I find this question really hard, mainly because I hate books being turned into films. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I am so set in my mind, especially of my favourite books, what I want my characters to look like, that anyone else is a disappointment. The next 2 questions are from Monica at Monica the Writer. She asks, how long have you known you have depression? I first got diagnosed with depression when I was 15 years old. I was put on tablets and did some counselling, which really helped, but it was then that I kind of realised that I was always going to have it. No matter what happens in my life, no matter how well things are going, there are just periods of my life where I'm unhappy and I don't know why. But yes, I have known for 8 years now. The second question is, what's a book that helped with your depression? Now, there are a lot of non-fiction books that have helped with my depression. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway is one of the best books I've ever read to help with mental health issues, and so is The Big Book of Mindfulness, and they have some great activities in there to help exercise your mind. The next 3 questions are from Liv at Olivia_Gacker. She asks, who's your favourite author? Now, of course, my favourite author is Will Hill. Let's not mess around there. We all know that, but I know she wants me to say someone else, so I will say Samantha Shannon. She's asked my favourite book. Again, I can't say anything Will Hill, so I will say Dracula by Bram Stoker. The last question she asks is, if you were an author, what genre would you write? Now, I would probably write children's books, and I know most of you would think I would say YA, but I feel like children are something I know really well. For those of you who don't know, I worked with children for about 5 years, so I'm very comfortable with them. I know the kind of books they like, I read them all the time. So yeah, I feel like it would definitely be children's. The next questions are from Hannah at Cup of Wonderland. She asks, what is your motivation for blogging and YouTube? Now, it varies really on a day-to-day basis. I can watch a video and be inspired, I can read a tweet and be inspired, I can have a conversation with my husband and be inspired, but most of the time it happens at 4 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep and I get a brainwave about an idea and I will stay up for an hour writing notes on it. True story. She also asks the top 5 authors you'd have round for dinner. It would have to be Bram Stoker, for obvious reasons, Will Hill, for obvious reasons, Samantha Shannon, for obvious reasons. I think you were all expecting me to pick those 3. The 4th would be Giovanna Fletcher. I love her. She is my absolute favourite and she is just amazing. And the 5th would be Jacqueline Wilson. She has been an inspiration of mine for as long as I can remember. She was the first author I fell in love with. She was the first author I ever met. So yes, I would love to have dinner with her. And she asks, what would I cook? Now, my culinary skills are not great, so I would have to go with something simple like spaghetti bolognese. Priyanka at pre_bibliophile asks, do you research the books in depth which you think can trigger your anxiety or depression? In all honesty, no. I don't research books. I am one of the lucky people that are not triggered by anything I read. I can read someone that's written something about me and the exact situations I'm in, and I don't get triggered by books. I can get triggered being in certain situations, but reading a story, no. She also asks, how do you filter books? Now, this is a really simple one. In short, I don't. Cora at Coraz with 3 Zs asks, how do you take your tea? This is a really important question, especially because I'm drinking tea right now. I take my tea white with 2 sugars, very milky, so if I ever come round your house, that's how I like my tea. Layla at readable_life asks, a routine to getting ready for a video. Let me tell you a funny story. I actually recorded this entire video, got to this question and realised I didn't have mascara on, so I had to record the whole thing again. So thank you, Layla, for making sure that I had mascara on during this video. But how I get ready, I wash my hair, which I don't normally do unless it's video recording day. True story. I do my makeup. Again, I normally go out without makeup on, but I like to have a bit of a face on when I record. And then I'll also put a few little props in the background, like this cushion isn't normally there, but it makes my background look a little bit more bookish. The next question is from Amy from @GoldenBooksGirl. She asks, who are your favourite singers and bands? Now, I adore Taylor Swift and Demi Lovato. I have loved them from about the age of 14, so for 9 years now. I saw them both live for the first time in 2008 and I was just absolutely blown away and have loved them ever since. The next question is from Charlotte @Charlotte'sWear over on Twitter. Favourite thing to do that doesn't involve books? Clean answers only. I don't know, my entire life really revolves around reading and blogging and recording, so I don't know. I love being with my family. Family time is really important to me, so I would have to say that because I love spending time with my niece and nephew in particular. The next question is from Han @HSCPTCrash over on Twitter, and she asks, what one thing above all else helps make you happy even on a dark day? I can give you a one-word answer for that, and I'm assuming you'll know what it's going to be. Books. The next set of questions are all anonymous. I wanted people to feel like they could ask me anything, even if they weren't particularly comfortable saying it. So the next lot, I don't know who wrote them, but thank you for sending them in. The first one, how many hours would you say you spend a day working on your blog/YouTube posts, like prepping and publicising them? Some days I will spend 10 hours at my desk. If I record a video like today that's quite long, it can take up to 5 hours from start to finish. So some days I will be sat at my desk like a normal working day. Other days I will spend 2 or 3 hours, but most of the time I do spend a full solid 9 till 5 day with an hour's lunch break sitting at my desk. The next question is, how long have you been blogging? I've actually been blogging for 2 years now. But I only really properly started blogging around 6 months ago because I didn't have the time. I had a busy lifestyle, but now I've devoted all my time to blogging and YouTubing. I can really put everything into it. The next question is, when did you decide to do blogging and YouTubing full time? I decided in June, so it is still a very new thing to me, but it's so exciting and I'm loving doing it full time. It is everything that I dreamed it would be. Next question is, what does a typical day at work consist for you? Now I feel like I've kind of answered this question already. I sit at my desk for the majority of the day, drinking tea and reading books. Top 5 books so far this year. After the Fire, The Song Rising, The Witch's Tears, Lord of Shadows, The Fallen Children. They were 5 off the top of my head that sprung to mind when I thought of books that I loved this year. I can probably think of some more, but those are the ones that first came to mind when I thought of books that I loved. Advice to get involved in the community. Now I'm assuming you mean blogging community. Just don't be scared, don't be shy. We're all in the same boat, we all love books, we all want to talk about them, and everyone is so welcoming and kind, so get involved in chats, follow authors, talk to fellow bloggers. We're all lovely here. Do you get in contact with publishers to request books / partake in blog tours, or do you wait for them to contact you? One, I usually get approached for books and blog tours, mainly because I don't really partake in blog tours that often. I'd say once a month if that, and that's only if I really enjoy the book. And books, most of the time I will just get sent them without me having to ask. If there's a particular book I want, I will make sure I email the publisher and express my interest so they know that I'm really keen for it. But most of the time I'm very lucky and get sent them anyway. What is your first memories of books and bookstores? I guess my first memory with books is reading The Magic Faraway Tree by Enid Blyton with my mum. Books are so special to me and always will be. How many books do you read a week? Now this differs, but it's between 5 and 10. 5 if I'm having a bad week, 10 if I'm doing nothing but reading, I'm on a reading roll. The last question! Do you read exclusively YA/MG, or do you read other genres? Surprise, surprise, I read other genres. I will read anything and everything. I like non-fiction books, I like autobiographies, I like crime, I like thrillers, I like romantic fiction. Giovanna Fletcher, I'm looking at you. Yes, I will pretty much read anything, but my preferred genres are young adult. And that is all the questions. I know this video is going to be over 10 minutes, but I only had a few left and I really wanted to squeeze the last few in. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye. Also, who likes my new mug? It says cozy vibes on it and it's from the new Zoella range.